Hey y'all, thank you so much for coming to watch my very first video. I am so excited to be doing this. My name is Rachel, aka MDSimmer, and if you didn't know from the flag, the MD stands for Maryland. I am very excited for this journey. I've wanted to do this for a very long time, and I've just now worked up the courage to do this, so let's see just how far I can take this, of course, with your lovely help. So for my very first video, I decided to do a speed build, kind of ease into things. I love doing builds in The Sims 4. I think that it is so much fun, and if you found me on Facebook from the Sims groups that I belong to, you know that I like to create custom houses for people who need it for their gameplay, for stories, or you just want a lovely house built that you found online and you fell in love with. If you would like a custom house built by me, please leave a comment down below and let me know exactly what you want, and I will make a speed build video of your house being built and also give you a shout out to thank you so much for the support and so much for the content inspiration. For this speed build, I decided to do a rustic loft house with an overlook into the living room. I like to incorporate these overlooks into my houses in my Sims game because I think that it's something you don't really see that often, and I like putting it into houses that are not the hoity-toity rich houses because it gives them something unique. I wanted to do a wood grain on the outside of the house because it does give it that rustic look, and I will go into a little tangent real quick. I think that something that's really lacking in The Sims 4 is the wood grains. I like to use these on the outsides of my house, and I also like to use them on the insides in my living rooms or in my kitchens, and I don't think that they have that many good ones. I mean, the one I used on the outside of the house is probably my favorite because it's not very bulky and it's not in your face. It gives it just a nice texture. I also wish that they had more roof colors for their shingles. I notice a lot of times I go looking for like a dark brown color for my roof, and I can't find anything like that, and for whatever reason I never remember that there's not a dark color, so I spend so long going through every single swatch on every single roof looking for that color. If anyone knows of any CC or downloadable content that I can find to get a dark brown color, please link it to me down below because that is one thing I seriously miss. You may have noticed this rock siding appear on the outside of the house. I decided not to use it, so I edited that part of the video out, but I didn't want to edit out the part where I put the roof in because I was very proud of myself that I got it right first try. I do struggle with those roofs like everyone else says. If anyone has any pointers about that as well, let me know in the comments down below, please. I am by no means an expert builder, but I do really enjoy building these houses, and I work really hard to try to make things that you guys might like. Something that I really like incorporating on the outside of my houses is using the columns as part of the railing. I think that it just gives it kind of a unique look, and I also really like how they blend together, especially these two that I have used from the Seasons pack. I love those columns, and I love that railing, and I love the fence that came with that pack. That pack has got to be my overall favorite expansion pack of The Sims 4. I also really love the build and buy mode objects from the Strangerville pack. I think that they added a lot to the game that we were missing. I'm not going to speak much on the gameplay as I did play through that entire story in an hour and a half, so I wasn't very impressed with that, and I stayed up late before I had to go to work the next day playing that because I knew I had to be almost done and I just needed to finish it. But I do really love the build and buy mode objects. I love the doors, I love the windows, and I use them in a lot of my builds because I think, again, it just gives it that unique look, and I need my houses to have something unique that others don't. So since I was going for that rustic look, I decided to use this wallpaper with the wood at the bottom to kind of give that illusion. I wouldn't say that this is one of the wallpapers that I usually use. I think I use this pretty sparingly and probably mostly in my laundry rooms, but I do think just for this particular build that it achieved what I was going for. I usually do 3 or 4 bedroom houses, so I think this is actually the first 2-bedroom house that I've ever built. But if you like this build and you want to edit it, I think that you could probably turn part of the loft, or actually the entire loft, into another room. I am incredibly indecisive when it comes to the counters in The Sims 4. I can never pick which ones I want to use, but I decided to use these because it matched the bar. I like incorporating a bar into my kitchens or even into an outdoor eating area, maybe on a patio or a back deck with a matching grill as well. I really like to build my houses so that there's enough room for my Sims to entertain if they decide to have a party, or if they want to do a wedding at their house, or whatever it may be, because in real life, when I finally purchase my first house, I want all of the holidays, I want all of the birthday parties, all of the events and stuff to be at my house. I would love to have everyone over to my house and just cook and entertain, so I really like my Sims to do that as well. I would like to point out that the couches I'm putting in this living room came with the City Living Pack. They're actually the couches that you can only buy from the flea market, obviously unless you use cheats. Then you can get them anytime you want, but I do think that the white couches give a very nice classic look, and I really like to use them. I don't think I've ever used the pink and green patterned couches. I usually change the color of them once my Sim buys them, but I think that these are definitely my favorite ones. For this room, I am using the furniture from the kids' room stuff pack. I love this stuff pack. I love this furniture. I think that the base game's children's furniture was a little bit too whimsical, too colorful for me. I prefer to use neutral toned furniture with pops of color in my children's rooms. So I really, really love this pack because that gives me exactly what I want. The Moschino game pack really added some beautiful doors and windows to this game, and the only reason I bought it was because of the build and buy mode objects. I wasn't really a fan of the cast clothing, and I wasn't really a fan of the gameplay. It seems to crash my game more so than anything else, but I did buy it, and I do love it for the build and buy mode objects. Thank you so very much for coming to watch my very first video. Like I said in the beginning, I am so excited about this journey, and I'm looking forward to see how far I can take it. And you know, obviously on YouTube, you're not going to get anywhere without support, so I am so grateful to you for even taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you liked this video, please hit the like button down below and hit subscribe, and also ring that bell so you can know when I come back with my next video.